Every summer, as adorable as baby dolphins are, there's a lot more out there than friendly sea critters. It's like walking into the living room of sharks, eels, and dozens of other scary sea creatures that would love to eat us. Even worse, we've only explored 5% of the ocean. That means the scary sea creatures on this list are less than 5% of what's out there. Can you imagine what other ocean animals might be lurking in the deep sea? With that being said, here's a top 10 list of terrifying sea creatures we hope you never encounter. Fairly harmless to humans, the ornate Wobbegong is a species of carpus shark that has evolved to look like a patch of corals. Its unusual body coloration helps it camouflage while it waits for prey. This is important because they're ambush predators, meaning they stay in one spot and wait for prey to come to them. The appendages around their mouth help in luring prey. Once their prey is close enough, they quickly snatch it with their powerful jaws. Larger prey can be held in a Wobbegong's mouth for days until they die. They are generally a non-aggressive bottom-dwelling shark. However, it has been known to bite humans under certain circumstances, such as when accidentally stepped on, given how camouflaged this shark can be against the ocean floor. It will also attack if a limb is put in front of its mouth and is mistaken for prey. The Nomura's jellyfish are able to travel through the waters without any known predators. It has been nicknamed as king because it eats more than other types of jellyfishes do, which leads many localities to call these creatures a nuisance when they swarm into fishing areas or interfere with beachgoers' enjoyment on coasts during summer months. It has been seen as an invasive species to Japan that should be eliminated. These Japanese magical creatures are also transparent, which means you can see their guts inside them. They can grow up to 7 feet in diameter and weigh up to 450 pounds. This giant stings hundreds of thousands of people per year, causing severe pain, redness, swelling, and in some cases, even shock or death. The Goblin Shark is not a pretty shark, and that is being polite. In fact, it is probably one of the strangest looking and ugliest sharks you are likely to come across. The shark is rarely seen, and it is the only living species of a family of sharks that has otherwise died out. For that reason, it is sometimes referred to as a living fossil. It is a large shark, usually 10 to 13 feet, with a long, protruding snout, and an unusual jaw. It is sometimes called the vampire shark, as if it wasn't scary looking enough to begin with. The reason it is called a vampire is because it avoids the light by living deep in the sea. Goblin sharks have been found at depths from 890 feet to as deep as 4,300 feet. The vampires avoid the sunlight by sleeping in coffins, but the shark just goes to waters so deep that there is virtually no light. The odd-looking jaw of the goblin shark can expand forward to sweep up prey that passes by. Because the shark is slow and clumsy, it can't rely on hunting down prey, but instead waits for the prey to come near. When the prey is near enough, it snaps its jaw forward to grab it. The jaw is filled with small sharp teeth in the front for grabbing fish, and flatter teeth in the back for grinding up mollusks. It has a snout that is elongated and looks like a giant blade, called a rostrum. It protrudes far ahead of its jaw. It seems like an odd body part, but it functions as a prey detector because it is filled with receptors that pick up tiny electrical fields of prey. One of the most interesting facts about this shark is it was first spotted just a few decades ago in 1976. It's a deepwater shark that's rarely seen by humans, making it all the more mysterious. The Megamouth Shark swims along slowly with its tremendous mouth open, sucking in sea creatures directly into its belly. These sharks have rounded heads featuring huge mouths. In fact, its mouth can measure 4 feet across. They have rows of hook teeth and 2 small dorsal fins, as well as a large pectoral fin and caudal fin. The average weight of this shark is 1,760 pounds. Male sharks can reach a size of 18 feet. Alternatively, the maximum length for a female shark is 23 feet. Despite its terrifying characteristics, the Megamouth Shark is a gentle giant that sports no threat to human beings. And so far, no attack on man has ever been recorded. However, if you ever see one feeding, make sure that you swim away from its mouth, because apparently, they can easily swallow you whole without them even noticing you. The black dragonfish is a rather strange-looking, long, and slender fish that lives in the deepest parts of the world's oceans, typically being found at depths of between 5,000 to 7,000 feet. Among the species' more notable qualities are its distinct-looking long fang-like teeth, its bioluminescence, its bizarre method of sexual reproduction, and its method of hunting. And also the fact that it greatly resembles the alien from the movie Alien. It is mostly and notoriously known for its venomous spines that can inflict serious injuries on humans through accidental stinging. Because of these spines and its potent venom, it is classified as one of the most venomous fishes in the Mediterranean. Ghost sharks are fascinating creatures. Neither ghost nor shark, they've nevertheless captured the imaginations of humans for decades. Humans are funny about naming some animals, going more on association than physical science. The ghost shark is a great example of this. Though closely related to sharks, ghost sharks don't actually live up to their name. In scientific terms, the ghost shark is a cartilaginous fish belonging to the subclass Velocipholi. Sharks, rays, and skates are examples of other cartilaginous fish. The ghost shark is a relatively new addition to the realm of human knowledge. Though discovered in 2002, it's estimated they've been around for between 340 and 360 million years. Today the ghost shark is a source of fascination for millions. It even has its own day. October 30th is officially International Ghost Shark Day. Unlike true sharks that have rows of replaceable sharp teeth, made for shredding and tearing, the ghost shark has mineralized tooth plates. They use these teeth to crush mollusks and worms, making for an interesting diet. A fish with a transparent head. That sounds something straight out of science fiction, but it is everything but science fiction. A fish like that actually exists and lurks in the depths of the Pacific Ocean. Known as the Barreleye Fish, it is a true miracle of nature. Scientists are amazed by the distinct eye design of the Barreleye Fish. They believe that the eyes of the fish might have evolved separately. Their eyes are embedded inside an upward-facing transparent dome. But researchers were amazed to find out that the tubular eyes could actually rotate. The green shield around the eyes is an optical clarifying filter that filters the surface light. Their upward-facing eyes can scan the prey overhead. The unique eyes of the Barreleye fish were unlike any other vertebrate. Such a design feature, according to evolutionary scientists, might not have evolved with just a natural force, unless it was directional. Barreleye fish are ambush predators. They stay motionless in water at great depths and look upward. Their specially designed eyes give them a binocular vision. When the prey is located high up, the fish uses its binocular vision to narrow in on the prey, using precise maneuvers with aid of its fins. It moves up vertically to reach its prey. The angry-looking deep-sea anglerfish has a right to be cranky. It is quite possibly the ugliest animal on the planet, and it lives in what is easily Earth's most inhospitable habitat, the lonely, lightless bottom of the sea. Their most distinctive feature, worn only by females, is a piece of dorsal spine that protrudes above their mouths like a fishing pole, hence their name. Tipped with a lure of luminous flesh, this built-in rod baits prey close enough to be snatched. Their mouths are so big, and their bodies so pliable, they can actually swallow prey up to twice their own size. And to add to that, some anglerfish can be quite large, reaching 3.3 feet in length. So if you do the math, technically, it can swallow a 6-foot person. The male, which is significantly smaller than the female, has no need for such an adaptation. In lieu of continually seeking the vast abyss for a female, it has evolved into a permanent parasitic mate. When a young free-swimming male angler encounters a female, he latches onto her with his sharp teeth. Over time, the male physically fuses with the female, connecting to her skin and bloodstream, and losing his eyes along with all of his internal organs. The female will carry 6 or more males on her body during her lifetime. Stargazers are arguably some of the weirdest looking fish in the ocean. And there are a lot of peculiar creatures floating around in it, so that means something. They are called stargazers because of the position of their eyes, which are located right on top of their heads. This way, it appears as if they constantly look upwards instead of straight ahead. One of the most interesting facts about stargazer fish is that they have a very particular hunting habit that makes them especially scary. These fish are ambush predators that bury themselves into the ground and attack unsuspecting prey that passes above their heads. Apart from their large and upward-facing mouth which they use to devour their prey, it's the only thing sticking out when they are in attack mode. This allows them to perfectly camouflage themselves to stay unnoticed by the poor creature that passes by. Even though Stargazer fish are equipped with a set of sharp teeth that can easily do their job of shredding their prey to bits, they are also venomous. They have two venomous spines. One is located at the back of the Stargazer's mouth, the other one just above their pectoral fins. If their sharp teeth don't do the job, the venom will surely kill its prey in a second. So when you find yourself treading on shallow waters just enjoying your day at the beach, make sure you keep an eye on one of these. Well, you probably saw this coming. Imagine the one thing that you wish you will never encounter while swimming. A shark is automatically not one of them, of course. But can you imagine yourself swimming with a giant squid? Giant squids are aggressive, opportunistic creatures that prey on anything that comes their way. The giant squid, specifically, are known to be fierce cannibalistic fighters. Reaching combined body and tentacle lengths up to 46 feet and weights of at least 1,100 pounds, the giant squid is a very large deep-sea predator. Like in many large species, all the largest individuals are female. They eat small and large fishes and sometimes, even other squids. Their tentacles are covered with suckers that are equipped with strong, sharp hooks, used in both capturing prey and fighting off predation. Writers have often imagined that this species engages in fierce battles with sperm whales, leaving both species injured. Most southern sperm whales are covered with scars from giant squid hooks. Other diving mammals and large southern ocean predators feed on juvenile giant squid, but the sperm whale is the only species known to take on adults. Specific mating behaviors are unknown in this species, but it reproduces via internal fertilization. Giant squid are only rarely captured in deep-sea fisheries targeting other species. In almost every case, they have been captured trying to feed on hooked fishes rather than in nets. Besides having a brain shaped like a donut, giant squids have the biggest eyes recorded in the entire animal kingdom, with diameters of up to 16 inches. And instead of a proper tongue, they use a radula, which rests inside their beaks, and is covered with 7 rows of sharp backwards pointing teeth. A lot of scary and weird creatures live in our waters. But that doesn't mean it should stop us from exploring life. After all, we've only got one. So let's make the most out of it, and not let fear limit or prevent us from living the life that we will be proud of. We share the world with these creatures, and some even existed long before mankind did. They deserve to be discovered, and their stories to be told, for we're all on the same boat. And just like any creature in the world, they need love and care. If you fancy another dive, check out our video about the most dangerous underwater caves. We're sure you'll find that interesting. However, if you want to take a break from the depths, check out our top 10 list of cutest animal mutations. Let's live life with deep fascination and appreciation. That's all for this video. See you in a couple of days. Peace.